when you
Let's
also
go
have an
guys,
Alpha
game kedua
Matilda
antara
combo to
Rrq
deal
Akira
with,
versus the
your early
Mongolz.
game is going to be rough.
Menang 2-0 lumayan nih, dapat
down to
poin
mid
penuh.
laners. It's gonna be Makey and Sagan that you
Kalian
need to
lagi
keep
nonton,
your
jangan
eyes
bantu
for,
like,
because
bantu
these guys
subscribe,
are
oke?
gonna have to push
Thank
the
you
momentum,
guys.
if
Yang
not,
mau beli stiker
stop their
Rrq, Team
opponents
Liquid
from
dan emot.
overwhelming them.
Well, so far the
Shush.
veterans
Ada link
of the
Shopee di
wildcard
deskripsi,
today
kalian
have
klik
been
aja
taking
bisa
victories,
pembayaran
and
JOKI dan
RrQ are
gratis
on
ongkir.
track to replicate that
Mantap.
trend,
Let's
but the
go.
Mongolz are gonna make
Game
sure
kedua
that
nih
it
guys.
does not
Tadi game
come
pertama 21
easily.
menit,
And in
cok.
game number 2, we return to the land of Dawn to bear witness to the conflict between two teams as they vie for victory at the wildcard day 1.
Alright, let's jump right into this. Jungler is going to be starting on the same side of the map. I can only assume that they're heading towards gold, and yes, they are. As they path downwards, we look at the top side, and immediately, we're just... Wait, hold on. Wait, the support, Matilda, not helping out the mid lane, push it out early on just to get position for Little Wanderer.
Slight variation in the rotation here, but does still work out because he's able to pull King in. They take a good amount of damage from Mikey. Zetsu holding on to the snipe, but Rrq Akira also expecting it will be able to take that Litho away.
Alright, and now they're going to head straight down to the bottom side of the map. As expected, no invades going to be happening this early on, and they can, you know, just take their time. Everybody else seems to be going. Bankai actually
XP.
pretty early on rather than just straight away.
Wih, cok XP cok, metanya ini nih.
Bankai already
Zaman siapa? Eko anjir.
Good wave management.
Sunport pakai cok XP.
To the river before Tekashi, but Tekashi now looking for the knockup, finds it on Zetsu. Bankai
King, kasih paham King, alpanya. Ajarin main alpha King.
To get away, Zetsu jumps
Buset,
back
ini kayak
in,
tukeran roster ya?
has to escape himself. Shenlin and Mikey a little bit late on the
Aurora
party, able to
alpha
do
anjir.
some good poke. But no
Dia tukeran ini kok roster, tukeran hero.
From both of these teams, making sure that they don't fall.
Bantai ya, bantai.
They gotta keep up.
Ayo 2-0 yuk.
I think that Rrq Akira, as
Akira.
soon as they hit level 4, need to make
Kasih mereka orang paham.
to generate. Like Takashi, once we see level 4, we're expecting a guaranteed king.
Absolutely. And because of that, it's going to be, again, important for Bankai to make sure that he doesn't get that too easily, though it does look like the Cho is outmaneuvering him in lane right now. So the timing for Rrq Akira should be pretty good.
I don't know. I think they missed their timing because King didn't go straight to his orange buff. But let's look down bot side because, again, it's going well for Gustalagusta.
I mean, it's very expected, right? It's a Bruno versus Melissa. He is absolutely going to bully her in lane. Rrq Akira gonna give up a little bit on their positioning in the turtle, but they are once again playing a slightly more formless draft anyway. So the Mongolz having control is expected. A flicker kick onto the Aurora, right into Glorious pathway, and Sagan gets the first blood, but Zetsu steals the turtle away. And now Rrq Akira will just have to back off without their objective.
Man, that's a little sad for King here. Zetsu was able to close the distance pretty fast and get a Soul 7 for the extra bit of damage. Yes, it's been capped from 1,000 down to 500, but it doesn't mean that that isn't a lot of extra bonus damage. Now, I do expect Rrq Akira to keep up this momentum. I like the fact that they were looking specifically for Mikey here, but they can do even more.
Yeah, they can continue these fights. Once we're able to get a bit more damage in, and if Gusta is able to get comfortable enough in his gold lane to actually join fights himself, Rrq Akira has a lot of burst damage to work with. As long as they keep track of where Zetsu is in the fight, they will usually hold the advantage.
Well, for now, 70 seconds until the next turtle actually pops up here. Very, very passive from both the laners. You are seeing early rotations coming from Takashi, which is rather interesting. I would have expected him to, you know, kind of clear up the next wave, maybe even proxy in the following wave. But it looks like they've got a good timing in terms of where the rotational path looks like. I'm not sure where they found the information from, but at the very least, they know that Suyo is hovering around here.
It's surprising that he wouldn't go for that invade, though it may have actually been the bad idea if he did go for it, because a lot of the Mongols were gathered around that point. I think Rrq Akira at this point do recognize that their opponents will have a tendency to rotate very closely together. So if you see one player, you will likely know that there's 2 or 3 of them around, and that is good information to work with.
Gila, berat juga nih lawannya. Poveus, coy.
Right? Every single one of these trades, he doesn't want to have to commit the Way of the Dragon onto Bankai, but as long as Bankai is just marking him, he's going to get free damage in. 12 seconds until the next turtle actually spawns. At the very least,
Oke, Haskell udah dibuat oleh Gustalagusta.
Get everybody rotating, and this might just be a gank on that bottom side.
Yeah, the Mongols gonna engage onto Tekashi here, instantly dropping him to 30%. He's not going to be able to very safely engage, but will stick around. King gets stunned, gets knocked up.
Ditendang. Wah, di-cancel anjir sama Popheus. Dikasih nggak mati gue.
Continuing to zone them out. Turtle unfortunately
Anjir,
has been
ditendang
reset.
si
It doesn't
Mikey
look like
bener,
Rrq
Cok.
Akira is interested in contesting it anymore.
Yeah, Takashi is missing away to the dragon. They are also missing
Turtle.
Sagan's ult
Wah,
as well.
dapet dia lagi anjir Turtle.
Can't really set
The
up
Mongolz
this fight
2 Turtle.
and I don't think they expect Louise to give up his life just for a turtle. So they're going to back up here. They're going to have a lot of pressure actually on that top side to get some free resets and then set it back to even tempo.
Rrq Akira are quite okay with this. I think their scaling is pretty good just purely from having this Bruno around. While the Mongolz are going to slowly fall off once you get later in. Wave the Dragon though going to find Zetsu right into the Alpha Charge. And that is going to be a free kill for King.
Nicely done to find this initial catch. And now that they have this 2-2 going on with the mid lane, honestly, they've kind of given up on fighting for this pressure, especially up against the high loss, right? Any damage that they commit onto it from Matilda is basically wasted, right? That's why they're calling Takashi in time and time again to actually force control on this side of the map.
Yeah, ideally they're able to mess with the
Ingin
positioning
nge-split
of
atas,
their
dapat
opponents a
nggak tuh
little
atas?
bit more here. They will scout out Shenlin, pass
Bisa
that
dikejar
information over to
modifikasi.
Gusta. There's not going to be an
Dapat di
attempt
atas.
so far,
Nice banget,
as
King.
right now Rrq
Solo kill.
Akira is just going to be aiming to gain a little bit
Lihat
more
map
map
ke
control,
atas.
and if they can,
Anjir, nggak
unlock
mati,
Gusta
Cok,
from the lane
Popheusnya.
so that he's available to maybe
Gue
start
liat minimap,
pushing
minimap
structures
guys.
Or no. They want to keep on
Gustalagusta,
damage
full stack.
in, but the motions don't seem right.
Tuh guys, Bruno pakai flicker, jangan inspire anjing. Kebanyakan dark system pakai inspire, cok kampret. Buat apa anjir dark system ini? Skor udah sakit banget Bruno. Mia tuh baru inspire.
Is worrying as well because we can see Rrq Akira being the much more proactive team. They're not really a
Langsung di
never mind,
freestyle.
the way of the dragon, beautiful flicker
Wah,
kick here. But the
gila.
glorious pathway comes out once
Bagus,
again from
Pophe.
Shenlin. The
Tetap
keep
lah
safe
Pophe.
zone out.
Anjir, mati,
Nice
Cok.
Kundo knockup finishes off the Phobius. And now the rest of Rrq Akira are jumping
sakit,
in.
Cok,
Spear
dikasih.
Malfa unfortunately misses. And Gusta not able to get that last hit
Turtle
onto
muncul ketiga, ayo.
Shenlin.
Dapat.
But with the turtle
Seenggaknya
coming up,
dapat satu turtle,
excellent
Akira.
timing for Rrq.
And that's so unlucky. The empowered auto didn't come through. He didn't get lucky on a crit either, so he just gets to walk away from
Nice.
free. But they do get the initial
Merisannya tapi free di bawah, harus di defend bawahnya. Wajib banget.
If they give a kill on over, whoa.
That was an
Idih,
attempt there, but Wave
anjir,
Dragon used
Purify dia.
Renix K, pops the Purify, has to get out of here. Glorious
Nggak jebol
pathway,
ya? Aduh,
make
tower bawahnya nggak jebol tapi
Rrq
sih.
Akira cannot collapse on him. Shenlin though, they're gonna
Nice.
flicker forward, gets the
Sakit
freeze, but
banget
Rrq the Gusta
Gusta.
gets the final hit.
Kasih
Hylos
paham.
is
Itu bola
down.
lo ketinggalan.
Phobius jumps in,
Ah.
wants to take out Sagan. He still has his passive, so he will
Set,
be able
anjir,
to
Tekasinya
revive.
nice
And
banget,
Bankai not
ganggu-ganggunya,
able to continue
sumpah.
as Takashi now jumps onto Renix K in the
Atas, mati.
backline. Bankai gonna be traded away.
Anjir.
Takashi not letting him go.
Gila,
Even
Takashi,
finishes
bro.
him off, and it's gonna be a 3
Cosplay
for nothing
support
trade
gini,
in
Cok.
favor of Rrq Akira.
I don't know about that one. That was a very odd sequence of events. I mean, I think that Renix K ate how many third hits a G could does? Like 3 rotations a G could knows all within the same minute.
And that's the problem with Melissa, right? It's like Renix K didn't have ultimate there, but even if he did, I feel like Takashi would have still been able to chase him down. It's a bit questionable whether this was the gold laner to go for.
More so, there was no way he was going to catch up anyway, so he should have just sat in his lane rather than leave the wave, barely get an assist, and then lose out his entire bot side at the same time. Oh,
No.
Takashi, Wave the Dragon on the
Wah,
Hylos
susah
once
sih.
again, right into the freeze, right
Kalau
into the
ngalahinnya
predicament here.
si ini,
King going to miss his spear
Hylos.
alpha on Mikey, but the Circling Eagle comes in, 2-man knockup. Louis actually very deep in, he's gonna get picked off here by
Kasihan yang Hylos,
Zetsu.
Cok.
Takashi cannot save him, so an overextension by Akira.
yep, that's good punish coming
Yang
in
penting
from
ini
Mongolz
Gustalagusta
side, but
free aja.
The onslaught is not over yet. As much as Renix K is able to somewhat join these fights, he really needs that farm, and Takashi is trying to put him in a box.
Yeah, I'm very worried for the Mongolz because they clearly want to fight when they're all together, but consistently pulling your core away from his farm means that they're always going to be behind in gold. And slowly but surely, Rrq Akira has built up a 3K net worth lead.
With that lead, though, almost looking for a different angle. They're going to completely give up this first Lord of the game just to try and catch up in the economy.
I guess that's fine, right? At least Rrq gets a bit of space. He's able to push waves, get some farm, get a free tower up top. Only the first Lord of the game, so the Mongols should still be able to deal with it.
Yeah, it should be a pretty easy deal here. Can they get all the tier 2s? Can they even like break open mid-tier 1? I don't think so, especially with Rrq able to kind of open the map safely with the help of Mongolz. Can Rrq force it? I'm looking at Takashi. He's got Flicker. I mean, he could be able to set things up.
Yeah, Luis trying to get the Circling Eagle angle, but Shenlin's just a little bit too far, but they're gonna be able to connect with the Lord down here. This tier 2 definitely goes down. Muddle's used, not able to continue. Rrq, do they want to continue pushing this? No, they're gonna shift to the mid-tier 1.
Continued move, and they also have ways to actually... They've got Takashi in a position where he can look for a flank.
Circling Eagle comes out, not gonna commit here, not the right angle. Takashi as well, gonna be pulled out with the Guiding Winds. This Matilda enabling very aggressive play from Rrq because there's always going to be a get out of jail free card.
Unironically, I don't want to make it seem like it's a bad thing, but Mongols are really good at kiting backwards and disengaging from fights completely, right? Like they find the most optimal angle whereby even if you do commit, it's not going to be a favorable position for you.
Yeah, but this meta is not going to reward you too much for playing defensively for too long, right? We can see that slowly but surely the grip is closing on the Mongolian team right now. And Rrq Akira is going to continue piling on the pressure. Now they're looking for Zetsu. Does he get out in time? I think... Oh, no! Oh, yeah, the Dragon fights him right at the end!
Mati Zetsu, mau kemana Zetsu?
On the Mongols jungler and get a free kill.
He's so mad. He's so mad. He's thinking like, oh man, if I just started channeling my recall just a little bit sooner, I would have been able to get out of that. Oh, there was so much time for him. But now we see that Rrq Akira, this is a very big advantage. A 4v5, they're looking for inhibs.
Fear of Alpha initiates on Shenlin, immediately pulled out with the Guiding Winds. Rrq Akira are scaring the Mongols off, doing poke damage and disengaging all in one fell swoop.
I mean, they got what they needed, right? The economical advantage. Now they have item power spikes to work with, a Winter Crown for King, and a lot of missing towers for the Mongols. All that's left right now is their inhibitor, and they just need a Lord to guarantee one of them.
Personally, the Mongols doesn't seem like a team that's very good at claiming map control when they don't have structures to work with. So although other teams would be able to like find an opening in a situation like this, I don't really see it happening unless they make a surprise happen.
Well, I personally think that the Mongols need to more proactively trade against their opponent, right? Because so far, they've just been, hey, one person goes down, we back away, we kind of give the objective up. And yes, as much as I'd like to believe that the Mongols have the capabilities to basically wipe Rrq Akira and turn that 6.2k lead back down into their side in one fight is possible, the odds are not looking good as Rrq Akira are approaching late game items. Their 3rd, 4th, 5th items even, as we break into the 40k mark.
In game number 1, the Mongols do seem like the stronger team in terms of counter engage, as well as just peeling and kiting in general. However, in this game, because there's a Matilda to deal with, they're not really able to punish over aggressive extensions from Rrq either, right? They just instantly get pulled out to safety, and that is causing a problem because a lot of resources are being used by the Mongols very early on in fights that don't actually happen.
Now with the Lord, oh, okay. Taking their time.
It's the 1v1 up top. Zetsu being chased down by King. Look at how much damage he's taken.
I mean,
he is more mobile, but that means it's a 4v4 defense in the mid lane. Lord crashes in, does a lot of damage. Mid tower should fall. Sagan wants to take bot as well, but Shenlin is able to walk out and stop them from doing so. They'll lose mid inhib. Wave the Dragon finds the horse. Revitalized used by Shenlin. Can he survive? No. Frigid Glacier gives the killing spree to Sagan. And Rrq Akira will take a mid inhib as well as 1 kill. Do they want to continue? Ooh. Their HP is very, very low. Guiding Winds pulls them outside of Muddles just in time to make sure they're not taken out. Another tower falls. Rrq still staying within the base of the Mongols since they know there is no high-lows to worry about.
Yeah, but I mean, they have the advantage, but only for 12 more seconds, right? Louise is getting it. Will be able to kind of keep themselves top to... Oh my god!
I can't believe this. Oh, beautiful Spear of Alpha on 2 members. Forces 2 flickers out. Winter Crown comes out. Bankai gonna be traded. A beautiful way of the Dragon right into the Frigid Glacier. Mega kill for Sagan. Dragon, but
Ini
it
nggak
does
sih?
get shut down by Zetsu. He's found his
GGN.
own double kill. He is
2-0
one beat never
game
by
pertama
triple kill for
buat
Gustalagusta.
Rrq
He's got
Akira,
too
nice.
many items,
Good
and
game,
that
2-0
means
Akira.
it is a clean